Hey guys, it's Nancy and welcome to Simply Beautiful Sourdough. Today I'm going to be turning this bowl of dough into a little stand of Christmas trees. I did a video last year similar to this but with string and people really liked it, so I thought we'd try a different variation together and see how it turns out. I've not done this before, so we're gonna see how this goes. A few things I did want to discuss with you before we get going. First of all, affiliate links to everything I'm using are down in the description box. If you could please like the video, that helps it so much. I'm still not monetized, and so likes and subscriptions and comments and views really helps me at this point. And I've been doing this for 3 years. So if you could hit the like button and subscribe if you have not, and also share this with someone who might enjoy this kind of content, I'd really appreciate it. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is I left the lid off of the Dutch oven. That is heating in my oven at 500 degrees Fahrenheit. I've noticed this has significantly helped me with oven spring. It doesn't create a crust so fast without that hot top on it initially and lets it blossom out a little bit more. That can kind of mess with my design sometimes, but it's a risk I'm willing to take because the loaf just comes out so nice, beautiful, taller than it would if I didn't do that. Okay, that's enough of the housekeeping. Let's get into the scoring process. So I'm just taking my bread sling here, put it like this. This just helps me with lifting it in and out of the Dutch oven. I'm going to put it on my turntable. The turntable just makes it easier to turn. Completely not necessary. If you have parchment paper, the bread sling is not necessary either. And now I'm going to spray it with some water to help my rice flour stick. And I'm going to do rice flour on this because it helps the design to stand out. I hadn't been filming in a while because we've been dealing with a lot of family medical things. It's been a whole lot. But today I felt like baking just to take my mind off some of that. I'm going to take it over to the sink and brush this flour around here on the mat off. Gonna take dental floss, very sophisticated tool. And I'm just going to section this off into 4. I'm not actually going to slice along this. I just want to make sure that my Christmas trees are evenly spaced. I'm going to make my little trees in here, make the line because I can't draw a straight line. Once you've cut, you're committed. So if you do these little lines, if you do your markings ahead, it's very helpful. That one's needs to be a little bit smaller. Now, because the Christmas trees are going to be my main scores, I think I might do those last. I'm going to start off with making my snowflakes. So I'm going to take my fork, I'm going to erase these lines here. So they probably won't show up upon baking, but whoops, wrong line. They probably won't show up when I bake, but it's just a precaution. I think I'm going to use a fork this time instead of, nope, that's not working. I'm going in with the skewer, so I'm going to poke it all over with the skewer. The fork wasn't piercing deep enough. I'm going to do this in a really random pattern because I want it to look like little snowflakes falling. I think most of the other content creators who do scoring online practice first. I don't. I'm just a regular gal in her kitchen doing regular stuff. As this loaf warms up, it starts to spread a little bit, and so I want to do the scores that aren't as likely to make it spread even worse first, and so that would be just poking these little holes. This isn't going to do much to make it flatten out. I think I'm going to do my little branches in here first. So I'll do this because this, again, less likely to make the loaf spread as I score. Here's where the turntable comes in handy, but you don't need it. You can just turn it on either your bread sling or a piece of parchment paper. I think I see a spot where I didn't get quite so much bread flour. That will probably be a little darker when it comes out. One thing I've noticed is that when I spray it with water first and then I put the rice flour on, it does help to get some blisters underneath the flour. Blisters are always fun in sourdough when it comes out of the oven. Okay, so that's pretty good on those. Now I'm going to get my lom and I'm going to do my scoring here along the trees. At first I'm going to come in kind of lightly. And I actually want to come in at an angle like this because I want this tree to lift off the loaf a little bit if possible. So I'll come in at an angle on this. Better do it straight first. Works out better that way. Again, learning as I go. And you might say, why doesn't she practice first on practice loaves? Well, we just can't eat that much sourdough. That's the plain truth. It's a waste of ingredients. And with the price of groceries like they are today, I'm not into wasting ingredients. I don't know about you. So there we go. I'm just going to slide it underneath at an angle, and that will encourage this to lift up. We're going to do another thing to encourage it to lift too, but that's good for the start. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in with my scissors, and I'm just going to do a few snips going down like this to help it look more like a tree. Going at a severe up angle. I want it to look like the edges of my tree, the branches kind of poking out. All right, and now my last tip for getting these to stand up, I'm going to go right underneath here with the scissors. Lift that a little bit. So as I get an edge, I'm going to pick it up just a little bit with my fingers there and cut some more underneath the tip, hoping that oven spring on the loaf underneath will push those tips up. Whoops, I may have cut into that too far. Come back in, touch it up. There we go. And get it to where I can pick it up a little bit. You don't have to do this. If you want your trees to lay flat or flatter, leave it like that. Okay, there we go. This is going to go into that 500 degree oven. I'm going to put the cold oven lid on top. I'm going to lower my oven temperature to 425 degrees, and I'm going to bake this for 40 minutes, and we will be back to show what it looks like when it first comes out of the Dutch oven. Let's take a look and see how our Christmas tree loaf turned out. Little puff of steam, holding my breath. Oh, it's so cute. This looks good. Okay, let me pick it up for you and show you. So we got our little trees all the way around. They are, let's see if I can lift this up. There we go. They are standing up off of the loaf just a little bit, just like I wanted them to. We got our little snowflakes coming down in the center. This is adorable. Okay, this is going to go back in the oven at 425 for 20 minutes so it can finish baking and brown, and I will see you with the final bake. Here is our finished product. I'm going to keep moving this in my hands because it is hot. If you would like to see the video of the loaf that inspired this, that was tied with string, and the trees popped out even more because of that, I will put that in a clickable thumbnail at the end of this video. I'm really happy with the way this one turned out though. It is cute. I think I will be doing this again during the holiday season, just because it brings a little bit of Christmas cheer to our dinner tables. Let me know in the comments if you are going to try this loaf too. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye and be blessed. Today we're going to be turning this batard. Nope, that's not a batard. Let's try that again. Today we're going to try and turn this Boule. Boule, it's a boule. I just keep doing that. Okay, let's try again. Okay, find words. And, okay, I'm going to start the whole thing again. That was a mess.